Good evening, or good afternoon, or good morning, depending on where you're watching me from. I hope you're all doing really well, and we've got 3 videos coming up tonight. One relating to Steve Terraberry, I think I'm pronouncing that right. One relating to Paul McCartney, and one update on the storm damage that happened this week. So yeah, it has been a bit of a week, isn't it? Yeah, so I hope you're all really well. It shouldn't be a long show tonight, but whenever I say it shouldn't be a long show, it ends up being a long show. So let's just dive in and say hello to a few people in the chat, and let me see who we have. Let me go over to chat cam. Okie dokie, we've got Yetimatsi Nightcat. Hey, Trevor Locke, good to see you. Tall Thin Kev, great to see you. Sean Hockey, good to see you as well. Pete Brown, yeah. And Papa Blue and Jake Lee Guitar, good to see you all as well. Grumpy Mike, my brother Grumpy Mike's in. Fat Philosopher is in. Dennis Pointer's in, good to see you guys. Death by Pile Driver, Dave Lewis, excellent to see you as well, brother. Craig Philbrook, CJ, hey man, good to see you as well. The Budget Guitar Show, the Ben Coombs, the BC Rich 581, and top of the shop, the Bam Mozzie. Great to see all of you guys. If you would like to ask me any questions, or if you want to grab my attention, do exactly what BC Rich has just done. There we go. He says, CGS at CGS, there we are. I hope you're doing well. Any results back on the liver panel you had a few days ago? Sorry about all the storm damage. Well, actually, I've got a scan tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock. So I hope to be able to give you some feedback pretty soon. And I'll probably be able to give you some feedback on Tuesday, because fingers crossed, if I can cross my fingers, I can't cross these fingers at the moment, I should have another live guest on Tuesday, and one that I think you're all going to be very interested in. So yeah, hopefully I'll be able to give you some feedback on what happens with that scan. I think it's like an ultrasound of the liver, and I've been reading up on it a bit, and actually liver problems can cause an increase in creatine kinase, and creatine kinase, raised levels of that, can cause slurring of speech. So fingers firmly crossed on that as well. That's what we've got coming up, and hopefully there'll be nothing too much to worry about. So yeah, I'm going to dive on over and look at your, oh my word, straight in with it. Look at this. Grumpy Mike, bless you, my friend. Let me give you one of these. And he says, for the Storm Fund, and why not? Cheers, mate. Well, cheers to you as well. And guys, it was so cool last week. In fact, why am I saying cheers when I'm not bringing out the alcohol-free beer? Cheers, Grumpy Mike. Thank you so much, my friend. Always appreciated, never courted, but thank you so much. Yep, back on the alcohol-free for the while. So, for the Storm Fund, yeah, I've got a little bit of that coming up. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to Grumpy Mike, I'm absolutely delighted to say that on last week's show, he hit the 1,000 subs. And what's more, you should go over and sub to him if you're not, because he's doing a 1,000 subs giveaway. I was watching the video earlier today, and he's doing a Harley Benton giveaway. And also, we have been in touch this week, and one of the people that we were talking about may just be the guest that we have coming up on Tuesday, Mike. So look out for that, man. Really think you're going to enjoy that. So thank you again for that, brother. Sean Hockey saying, sup, Mike? Well, sup you, bro. Sup. Everything's good, man. Tall Thin Kev says, oh, where was that? It's dived past. Ask them to warm up the gel. I will, man. Blackjack Guitar is in. Terry's 3Gs is in. Hey Terry, good to see you as well. Zach Thong, I don't know if I mentioned you, but great to see you as well, brother. And Budget Guitar Show saying best of luck for the result. Thank you, mate. I will definitely let you know, without a doubt, absolutely. Fat Philosopher, I recently bought a P90 that is designed to fit in a single coil Strat guitar. Ever try a pickup like that? No, I have to be honest, I really haven't. So yeah, there we go. I would like to, definitely. Ben says he missed Friday's show. He was out of town. Well, he didn't miss much, mate. It was only me and Andy Ferris from the Guitar Geek, who I think just in either today or in a couple of days' time is gonna leapfrog me in terms of number of subscribers, and very well deserved it is too, my friend, definitely. Pete Brown says good luck with the scam, my friend. Thoughts and prayers. Well, thank you so much, as does Bam Mozzie. Thank you, Bam Mozzie. Bless you, mate. Thanks so much for that. I am gonna be fine, I'm sure of it. And Grumpy Mike thanking again for, yeah, I think that's for the shout out last week. It was brilliant. I was so over the moon to see you break the 1,000 on my show, man. That was really, really cool. Budget Guitar Show says I need 50 more subs before my first giveaway. Oh, bless you, man. Blackjack Guitar, or Blackjack Guitar. Yes, I got it right. Cheers for CGS. Cheers CGS for the alcohol-free fund. It doesn't sound like it's alcohol-free, does it? But yeah, this is my speech at the moment. It is a little bit slurred, and I'm going to get to the bottom of it. But let me give you one of these, brother. Always appreciated, never courted, but thank you so much. That's really, really, really kind. And I will drink a drop of alcohol-free to you too, my friend. Cheers. And James Mears, bless you, my friend. There is no need at all for that, but I really do appreciate it. And a lot of people have done this and asked about this in the week gone by. He said, could you send me your PayPal, Mike, so I can send you a bit towards the storm damage? We've got an idea. Lewis Trower is helping me out, and I'm gonna play the video in a moment for you. I think I'm gonna make it the very, very first video, guys, because yeah, I honestly think that this is something that we can fix. We're gonna fix it. Don't worry. Really, honestly, it's so kind of you to offer that. But really, there is absolutely no need, my friend. Wow, goodness me! Look, the Fret Hustler. Bless you, brother. Let me give you one of those and say a big thank you. Thank you so much. He says, have an alcohol-free drink on me, mate. Well, here's to you, brother. Cheers, Fret Hustler. That's very, very kind. As I always say, never courted, but always, always appreciated. Cheers, my friend. Yes, so I will play that video for you just to show you what we're thinking of doing in just a moment. First of all, Dave Lewis has got his fingers crossed for me. And, oh my word, the great Vanzini. Bless you, mate. He says, for a pinch more alcohol, no alcohol beverage, non-alcoholic beverage. Well, let me give you one of those and let me drink to you as well, my friend. This is incredibly kind of you guys. Really, really, as I always say, never courted, but always appreciated. And it does go into the channel, actually. It doesn't usually go into the beer fund, if I'm absolutely honest. But cheers. Thank you so much, great Vanzini. Very, very kind. And at this rate, I'll need more beers. Bless you guys. Thank you so much. Let me see what we've got in. Oh, man. I am so behind the chat again, as always. So, oh, look. A big thank you to Great Vanzini before I move into. There she is. Sandra's in. Great to see you, Sandra. As is Aidan Ramos. But lovely to see you. And Nigel is absolutely over the moon to see you. I'm just looking for more CGSs. Oh, and I see a guitarologist in there. Hey man, good to see you, brother. Really good to see you. And I did look into the PVC pipes, but I think we've got an answer. I do honestly think we've got a result, an answer for that. Let me just say hello to Aaron, my brother from another mother, from the Orbis band. Bless you, mate. Lovely to see you in. And I'm just going to dive and find any more CGSs. Aidan Ramos says, hey, how you doing? Well, I'm doing cool, man. I am doing real good. Hope I'm going to have some good news this week. Hey, The Shape, good to see you as well. So I'm going to dive straight in to the first video this week because it kind of gives you an idea of what we're going to do in order to fix up the marquee. Because obviously you guys are so kind and so concerned. So let me start with that. I think it's video number 3. But here we go. Well, as you can probably see, I did manage to take down the marquee that was badly damaged in the wind the other day. And in fact, we've got a good look now at some of the poles that I can show you and how we're attempting to fix them. My buddy Lewis Trower has very kindly been over and said that he reckons that we can fix it with some dowels. So let's go and have a look at that. So as you can see, a lot of these tops were just bent completely over, and in fact some of them bent completely off. However, we're really delighted to say that none of the uprights or the connectors had such an issue. And so what we're thinking about doing is getting some hardwood dowels to come about 4 or 5 inches down inside here, and then replacing this bit at the top coming out so that they can be just screwed instead of using these popper sections which were popping into these little holes in the connectors. So we think instead we may be able to screw a hardwood into a hardwood dowel and put a washer on that in order to repair all of these 10 uprights. So that is the current plan. In a way, not such a bad thing, because as you can see, our garden furniture, which is presently up underneath our pergola, was damaging the grass quite badly, and I'll give this an opportunity to recover as well. But the garden looks a lot clearer, and there's the studio, just a shot from the outside for you. Adrian writes, hi Mike, I'm really sorry to hear about the damage to your marquee. It was a rough night last night here too, just along the south coast in Eastbourne, but we seem to have survived unscathed. Can I help? I'm quite good at DIY stuff, and those bent tent poles look to be fixable. It would be a pleasure to give something back for all the hard work you put into your entertaining channel. Have a think. With best wishes, Adrian. Well, thank you so much, Adrian. I really appreciate it. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that the idea that Lewis and I have had with putting dowels in the uprights might just work. But if we can come and call on you at some stage for any help in that, then we will love to do that. So thanks again so much for your very kind offer. Really much appreciated, buddy. So yes, so many of you have been so kind. I've had loads and loads of messages saying, really sorry to hear about it. So many people offering to contribute. It really is humbling, guys. It honestly is, and I can't begin to thank you enough. Adrian's message came in, right on the day I recorded the video, and actually I put that next video together a couple of days afterwards, and since then, there has just been so many well wishes and so many offers of help, which is absolutely awesome, guys. Everybody that has offered an idea or offered to help out in any way at all, you rock. You really do rock, guys, and it makes me feel, as I say, so humbled and really appreciative of all the great people that are out there supporting this channel. And talking of which, I just saw that Dennis Pointer, bless you, brother, that's really so kind. He says, this is for you, being China Mike. Well, mate, that is really, honestly, that is very, very, very kind. Thank you so much for the super chat. Let me give you one of those and let me raise what is left in my glass to you, my friend, and thank you very much indeed. And actually, you guys tonight, with the kindness that you've already shown on this show, should cover the cost of those dowels. So you've done it. You guys have done it, which is really, really awesome. So thank you so much, so much for being just incredible, incredible people out there. Cheers. That one's gone. I've got another alcohol-free beer on the floor. If you do notice me slurring a little bit tonight, please let me know in the comments, because I'm quite aware of it at the moment, and I'm really hoping that we're going to get to the bottom of it starting tomorrow with the liver scan that I'm having. So let's keep our fingers firmly crossed. I can't seem to cross my right hand fingers. I've just had to put them in that position. So yeah, hoping that it's nothing to worry about, but I will let you know as soon as I do. And I also want to say a big thank you, a huge thank you for all the kind supporting emails you've sent me about that as well, because obviously it's a little bit of a worry when you start slurring your speech, especially when you haven't had an alcoholic drink for nearly 3 weeks. Hey ho. Right, let's dive back on over and let's check out your comments. But I do hope that all of you liked the idea of putting the dowel in. I do think that will work. I really do. Perhaps thick wall aluminium tube inserts rather than wood, CGS. Yeah, we did think about that. The thing being is that the poles are actually steel. They're incredibly strong, actually, and they don't seem to have very much flex or bend. Excuse me, the beer repeating on me. They don't seem to have very much flex or bend in them. And so being quite rigid, and the connectors being quite rigid, when Lewis came over, I think it was Wednesday, we chatted about it, and we both sort of ummed and ahed about getting some sort of sleeve to go on the inside. We talked about the idea actually that Brad gave me very kindly, which was suggesting PVC, very, very strong PVC. And in fact, we talked about using that as an internal sort of connector. But actually, he's going to try and get hold of some rock maple and put it on the lathe and get it just to the right width so that we can hopefully open out the end of the poles with a bit of a cone, a metal conical shape, and then knock in these dowels. And we'll give it a try. If it doesn't work, there's lots of other options and ways that we can, fingers crossed, possibly fix it. So we'll be doing our very best. But as I say, thank you so much for the kindness, because that has really raised my spirits in a week where things have been a bit tricky, to be perfectly honest. So thanks a lot again, guys, for that. But good idea, James. Very good idea, mate. Let me see what other comments I'm missing. Oh my word, the guitarologist. What are you like, my friend? Bless you. Let me give you one of those, and I need to open a new beer to toast you for that. But he says, I don't hear any slurs, not even of the ethnic variety. Oh, controversial as always, my friend. Controversial as always. And that's one of the things that I love about you. Let me chuck that in the bin and let me raise a glass to you and say a huge thank you very much indeed. That is so kind, brother. Cheers. Had to get down to the beer bit, but thank you so much. Never ever courted, but always appreciated. I'm glad you can't hear me slurring. That is a good sign, because it is a bit of a worry, but I'm sure it's all going to be all very, very good, and everything's going to be sorted out. And I am seeing, funny enough, after I've seen the liver specialist, I've also I had the NHS get in touch with me to say that I need to see a neurologist, which I knew from seeing my doctor. And when the neurology department locally telephoned, they basically offered me an appointment in 44 weeks. And both my parents were absolutely beside themselves with that. And so what they've done very, very kindly is they are paying for me to go private to see a neurologist. And it won't be this coming week, but we believe that he's back the following week. And what's more, he's the neurologist to the Queen. No less, the neurologist to the Queen. So I should be in very, very safe hands, and we'll get to the bottom of this and get it fixed. I personally think it's been caning the JD rather too much, and a little bit of liver damage can cause a raise in serotonin kinase, which can also affect slurring of the speech. So I think that's what it is. But I've looked back over a few of these live shows, and I have noticed that going back, say, a couple of 3 months, there's none of it. But I have noticed it come in, and I'm kind of becoming aware of it. But I'm so glad that you can't actually hear it. And again, thanks so much to you, Brad, for that. That's really, really sweet of you, brother. Thank you. Dave said, Mike, got a thunderstorm starting here. Oh no. Yes, I think we might have some in the UK tonight. So watch out for that. We have got the marquee down, so that's not going to happen again tonight. So yeah, there you go. 44 weeks, you get what you pay for, or not. Exactly, man. Absolutely. Tall Thing Kev says, I'm going to have to give you beer pouring lessons. Well, I didn't actually end up with much of a head, mate. But yeah, I did tilt the glass, but I'm quite happy to have some lessons, brother. Cheers. So I have a couple of other videos to come in tonight. Let me just see. Right, there are a couple of things I would just like to mention. Excuse me. I haven't seen him in tonight, but my thoughts, and I would like as many of yours as possible, please guys, to go out to Music Therapy Laz. Those of you that know MTL, and he is a lovely, lovely, sweet guy, you'll know that he has a little tiny bird, or did have a little tiny bird called Roxy. And I was just watching his video. He won't have done a live today because Roxy got out and flew away. And I know it seems like it's just a bird. It's not just a bird. That guy, MTL, absolutely loved Roxy, and I know that a lot of his subscribers also loved seeing Roxy as well. So my thoughts are going out to him. If you get a chance and you go over and watch any of Music Therapy Laz's videos, just pop a kind comment on his videos, just saying that you're thinking about him. He was driving through, where was it? Downtown somewhere. The latest video where he announced that Roxy had flown the coop. So just send him lots of love, and I hope you guys can send him lots of love too. And the other thing, it's not in the UK, but apparently it is in the USA. And I'd just like to wish every one of you guys out there a happy Mother's Day. So if you're watching with your other half, because let's face it, I have Sandra, I have Janice, and I have Emma, and I occasionally have Amanda, but usually this is quite a sausage fest. So if you're sitting with your husband watching the live show and you're a mother, happy Mother's Day to you, and I hope that everybody out there is having a good Mother's Day. I know that Amanda is appearing later tonight with Ben Coombs on his live show, but very sadly they lost their mother this year. So again, lots of love and best wishes going out to Ben and Amanda tonight. And his show, as always, I think 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and do go and check that out as well. So I think I've got all the things I wanted to say off my chest, and I would love to show you another video. First of all, I'm going to dive in. I'm just going to grab a few of the comments that I've missed. So I have got Sean Hockey says, at CGS, thanks Mike for the music therapy Laz and Roxy dedication. Well, not at all, man, not at all. There you go. Sandra said, it's not just a bird to Laz. To him, it's like our dogs and cats, part of our families, and he's hurting. He absolutely is. So guys, if you get a chance, please go over and give music therapy Laz some love, because he's a lovely, lovely guy. I met him at NAMM in 2020, and we sat down and had a good chat and a good catch up, because he's followed me for ages and ages, and I'm a subscriber of his now as well. So yeah, give him some love. He needs it at the moment, and it'll be great for him to know that all you guys are looking out for him. Papa Blue said, when I was young, camping was called roughing it. When we had to drink warm beer. Janice, you're never late, my dear. You're always welcome, whatever time you turn up. It's always a good time. Ben says, thanks, Mike. Well, again, buddy, my love and best go out to you and Amanda, and I hope your show tonight is an amazing, amazing tribute to your late mother. And yeah, lots of love to you, brother. Sandra says, thank you, CGS. Well, there you go. Maybe, Sandra, are you a mother? I don't know. I'm not sure. You seem far too young to be a mother in my eyes, but there we are. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. But if you are, happy Mother's Day. Trevor Locke says, pets are pets. They're not pets, they're family members, no matter how big or small. Our dog Tyler is my best friend and a massive part of our family. Yeah, there you go. Absolutely. It's a horrible, horrible situation to lose a pet as well. So yeah, big thoughts out to MTL guys. And yeah, I didn't expect to see him in tonight, and for that reason. So yeah, lots of love, lots and lots of love going out to you guys. So okay, I am going to do the next video. Now, you've got a choice, and I will take your choice. We can either do my little video about Steve Terraberry and losing his channel, or what's happened with that, or you can do the Paul McCartney story that I've got for you tonight, which I think is quite interesting. But I'm just going to take the very first one. So either say Steve or Paul, and I will go with the first one I've seen. At the moment, the latest comment I've seen is, I can't believe 3 dislikes on this stream. What's people's problem? Don't matter at all, don't matter. There you go. And Sandra says, I have 2 grown sons, 32 and 30. No way, Sandra. Oh my goodness. You definitely didn't have an uphill paper round, did you? Wow. How amazing. I'm absolutely blown away by that. So, okay, right. The very first thing I've seen was Steve from Raven Mad, or Raven Major Ad 9, I'm going to say. So, Steve it is. Let's go and have a look at the little piece I put together about this. Okay, so this story tonight about Steve Terraberry, and one of the biggest guitar-based YouTubers out there, with a current 2.47 million subscribers. Well, earlier in the week, my buddy James Mears, who we've done a whole live show for in the past and is a very, very much highly regarded patron of mine, let me know that this had happened. And I also saw it on Glenn's channel, on Glenn Fricker. He did a 1-minute shout out to say, does anybody know anybody from YouTube? Now, I'm not sure because earlier in the week his channel was completely down and didn't even show this, as I showed on my live show with Andy, the Guitar Geek, on Friday. However, now it looks like it's back up, and yet it says this channel doesn't have any content. So the home screen, there's nothing, videos, there's nothing, playlists, there's nothing, community, nothing, no channels, and it does have his description, the official YouTube for Stevie T, Gent God, Guitar Shredder and Triangle Aficionado. He's obviously joined in January the 7th 2008, and look, 404 million views on no videos. Now this obviously happened to a few other YouTubers in the past, most notably my buddy Joss Allen and his Guitar Brothers channel, which I mentioned a little while back, but also it happened to Kenneth Russell as well. And it got me to thinking, is it from something like this? I got this message just 10 days ago, and actually I kept it to report it because look, obviously Google does think this is dangerous messages. Similar messages were used to steal people's personal information. Avoid clicking links, downloading attachments or applying with personal information. And this Alex Randar says, hello, we just came across your YouTube account and we're interested in buying it. We're trying to find our main traffic source and believe your channel's niche is the best option. We can offer $100,000, but we will require that you transfer the ownership of the account to us together with the Google account associated. Payment can be done in any way preferable. PayPal. Let us know of your decision. Well, obviously I have let them know of my decision because I have absolutely no intention of ending up like this. And in fact, one of the best ways to avoid ending up like this if you have a YouTube channel is two-stage authentication. So that's very worthwhile checking out. Well, I feel really sorry for Steve. I used to subscribe to his channel, then there was a bit of drama and the like, and you know what I feel about drama. And also, perhaps I did slightly agree with the bullying accusation that went on. But again, I'm not somebody to pass judgment on anybody, just his content no longer really appealed to me, so I haven't been subscribed for a while. But just to help him out, we're going to subscribe and ring the bell again, just so that when he does come back, he's got a few more subscribers there. Joining very good company here: Tom Scott, the guitarologist, Budget Guitar Show, Ben Coombs, the Guitar Doctor, Dave Barlow, Sean Daniel, and 180 more. Yeah, I don't often show this because, well, there you go, my buddy Henning. Loads and loads of channels that I subscribe to, and I do subscribe to most of my friends on YouTube and most of you that hang out with me. So there we go, resubscribe to Steve Terryberry for when he comes back, and we'll see what he comes back with. So that's the story on this week. Let me know what you think, which I'm sure you're already doing in the comments section. Yeah, so poor Steve. Terrible situation. Before we go any further chatting about that, I just want to say to Mark, bless you brother, Mark Dalton, he very kindly has said, let me go back and find it. Mike, I'll put you in my prayers. I lost my little sister 3 years ago today to a fatty liver, and she never drank or did drugs. Brother, that is absolutely tragic, and I'm so sorry to hear it, mate. And again, lots of love and very best wishes coming out to you as well, mate. 3 years is nothing in terms of losing somebody close to you, and so definitely thinking about you, brother, and I hope you're okay. And so sorry to hear that. So yeah, that was sorry, let me just go back down, and Where are we? There we are. Found the right place. Found the right place. So yeah, real tricky situation. A lot of you saying there, including Brad, that he'll get his channel back, and I do believe he will. Joss Allen and the Guitar Brothers got their channel back. Kenneth Russell got his channel back. I also noticed that somebody said that who was it that also lost his channel? Somebody else in the comments there was saying that somebody's, yeah, Chinese hackers. It absolutely was. Dave Simpson lost his channel. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, it's not a good situation. I think using sort of two-stage authentication, where you have to, I always do it, it comes through on my phone and I have to confirm a number to say that it is me if I'm logging in anywhere else. So yeah, watch out for that, guys. Watch out for it. It's a bit of a tricky situation, and yeah, I feel really sorry for Steve, as I say. And in fact, Brad, it's great that you're on tonight, because you see I put your video, and I think you were raising the issue that when he was feeling a little bit low, I think he was a bit emotional. And yet, when he wants to, he can really attack some of the other channels, can't he? I know that Levi Clay and KDH also had some issues with Stevie T, and I just don't get all that drama stuff. So I unsubscribed from him, because I just thought, no, enough's enough. But there we go. We've helped him out. I hope we've helped him out. And certainly just be really careful, guys. If you've got a channel, I know that most of you already know this, but yeah, just take it easy and do that two-stage authentication, because then fingers crossed. See, I can't do it on this hand. Fingers crossed. Nobody loses their channel. So there we are. Yeah, so that was my Stevie T take. It was definitely all over the guitar community this week, and I know that Glenn definitely made that little video about it earlier in the week. So FKN trolls. Yeah. Okay, even two-stage is not foolproof. Oh, well, look at that. I just spotted that out of the corner of my eye. Blackjack Guitar says, I think it's YouTube themselves. You know what? Janice has never heard of Stevie T. Absolutely. That's right. That's it. It was Brad. Your beef was, let me bring that up. My beef was him teasing all these people for failing on stage, and he was too afraid to get on stage with Dragon Force. Hypocrisy. Yeah, and punching down is not cool. You're absolutely right, man. Definitely not a cool thing to do. But I think there was some response video he made to KDH, and I think there was an apology there somewhere. But you know, everybody deserves a second chance, and let's hope that Stevie gets his channel back, because I know from amassing a whopping 38,500 nearly subscribers, how difficult it is to come by. 2.4 million. I don't even think my buddy Rick Beato's quite there yet, is he? I'm not sure. So yeah, we don't want to lose channels like that. And I've just spotted that Amanda's in. Amanda, I sent lots and lots of love out to you earlier, my sweet, because you're on with Ben tonight on Mother's Day, and I'm thinking of you guys because of your sad loss last year, and all my love going out to you and Ben tonight. So I hope that's a great show. I will definitely watch the replay if I'm not awake for it. In fact, I know I'm not going to be awake, because I've got to get up pretty early to go and have my liver scan in the morning. So I'll watch that back later. So lots of love to you guys. Really lots of love. So let's have a see. I don't know if I've missed any at CGS's. Doesn't look like I have. Don't look like it. So somebody talking about Levi there, Levi Clay, because Brad's responded to somebody, because I can see Brad's, because he comes up in the big grey box with a tick in it. Levi is a very skilled player, and he's one of the fastest on YouTube for doing transcriptions. I know a lot of guys that use his services for transcriptions. So yeah, he can be controversial, but he's also very talented. Amanda, that is absolutely my pleasure, sweetheart. I'm thinking of you, especially today, and sending you lots of love. So we have one more little thing to show. Tony has asked me a question though, so let's go to that first. Mike, has YouTube income helped you upgrade your channel? I was thinking about better mics and cameras, etc. It has to a degree. I have to say, if you are at the sort of level that I'm at, which is around sort of 38,500 subscribers, and YouTube throttles you like they have done to me over the past couple of years, there's not a great deal of income to be had in it. I'm lucky if I get around $200 in your, I think you're, I'm not sure if you're in the UK or the US, I'm sorry Tony, but per month. So it does contribute, and every single penny of that is ploughed back into the channel because yeah, I'm always looking to improve my production values. But let's face it, it has definitely not bought 3 GH5s, an A10 Mini, and all of the lighting and all of the other bits that I've slowly developed over the years to try and bring the standards up. So I don't know if it's that important. I think most important is the audio, to be perfectly honest. So if you're thinking about buying mics, that's definitely worth doing. I did the first 6 years of my channel just on my mobile phone. In fact, this very mobile phone, which I still have, which is a Samsung Galaxy S7, believe it or not. Wow, it's 12 minutes past. Oh my goodness. Well, we better get on with the last video. So yeah, I did that, and I also bought a Boyer mic, B-O-Y-E-R, that plugs into that phone and gives you a lapel. And I think that people will forgive poor quality picture and actually really much prefer to have really good quality sound. So my advice would be to spend your money on, they don't have to be expensive. My Boyer microphones I think were like £14 UK, which is approaching 20 US dollars. And they work to treat. And as I say, I even went to GitCon with only phones and a GoPro. So there you go. By the time I went to TGU, I had a GH5. Very, very rarely used it. In fact, I think I used my Canon M50, little Canon mirrorless camera at TGU mostly. And in fact, that's what I used at all of Gear Street for doing all the guitar demo stuff. So there we go. Oh, that's very kind of you, Brad. Bless you. He says, this is really the best guitar live show. My friend, bless you. That's so sweet. Tony Smith says he's in. I hope you're talking about me, Brad. If you're not, I'm going to be red-faced later. But Tony Smith says, Mike, I'm in the UK. The reason I asked is I've noticed you've upgraded a lot in the last year. I have, yeah, absolutely. I've upgraded whenever I can afford to. Usually I save up the YouTube revenue, and then when it gets to a certain stage, I'll buy another camera. So at the moment, I'm incredibly fortunate to have 3 GH5s and the switching unit. But yeah, it's as I always say, every penny of what I earn here, and also every penny of how kind you guys are with your super chats when they come in, all of that is ploughed back into hopefully making this the best quality it can be for you guys. Because at the end of the day, you guys put us here. All of us YouTubers are only here because you lot watch and support and are incredibly kind as a community. So it's the least I can do. Right, we need to dive in and do my last little piece, which is about Paul McCartney, because we're coming up to 1/4 past the hour, and so we've only got 15 minutes left. Oh my word. It goes so fast, it really does. So let's check out my little Paul McCartney story for this week. Here we go. Now this is a great story, and I think incredibly well deserved. A story on Sky News Channel this week which says that there's new stamps to celebrate Sir Paul McCartney's immense legacy. The former Beatle becomes one of only 3 artists to have featured in a dedicated stamp issue. Now this was sent by a buddy of mine as well, and a big thank you to Stu for sending this through. So yeah, a set of stamps is being launched to honour Sir Paul McCartney and his immense legacy in the music world. Royal Mail has revealed that the set of 12, created in collaboration with the singer-songwriter, will be on sale from the 28th of May. Gotta get myself a copy of these. David Gold of Royal Mail said Paul McCartney remains a vital figure at the centre of rock and pop, an artist whose legacy is immense but whose work continues to generate popular attention and critical acclaim. And as you can see, there's quite a few stamps here, and the main set of stamps feature 8 of Sir Paul's LPs, including the latest 3. This dedicated stamp issue is a fitting tribute to one of the UK's much loved and revered musical icons. The main set features 8 LPs which have defined the ex-Beatles' career, among them his first solo album McCartney, released in 1970, and his most recent #1 album McCartney 3, which was recorded and released during the coronavirus lockdown in 2020. And there he is, some pictures of him in the studio, some great ones there. And it says a miniature sheet of 4 stamps features photographs of Sir Paul in the recording studio during his career. Sir Paul is the most successful album artist in UK official chart history, writing or co-writing 188 charted records in the UK, with 91 of those reaching the top 10 and 33 reaching #1. He's one of only 3 artists to be featured in a dedicated stamp issue. The others were David Bowie and Sir Elton John. Well, there you go. Great story. Really delighted that Sir Paul has got that accolade, and thanks very much to Sky News for the story. So as most of you know, Paul McCartney is absolutely my favourite Beatle and one of my favourite artists, and I think it's really cool that the Royal Mail are honouring him with that whole set of stamps. While we were watching that, I spotted Tall Thin Kev. Thank you so much, brother. That's very, very kind of you. And I will email you with, let me go back and find that. He says, CGS, if you wish to know a little bit about going to a neurologist and any tests you may end up having, send me an email. May well be able to point you in the right direction. Been there, done that. Well, I'm sorry that you've had to be there and done that, man, but thank you so much for the support again. Really, really kind. Again, I can see Brad because he's in highlighted. McCartney deserves to be on the money too. Absolutely, absolutely. Dave Lewis. In fact, I think it was you, mate, who put me on to this. But anyway, he said, see, Henning has a new camera on rails. He's always got new cameras. You wouldn't believe what that man spends on cameras, really. Trevor says, how's the sub £100 guitar doing? Got any plans for it in the future? Also, what's next? A sub £200 guitar. Well, a couple of things. On Friday, because I had a live show with Andy, I actually had recorded the updated video, because I think I said to you last week that I had recorded the demo of it since I set it up and changed the strings, and I just wasn't happy with it. Well, I've recorded another one on Friday, I just haven't edited it yet. But we should have a live guest on Tuesday, so I'm hoping I'll have that sub £100 guitar back on the show on Friday for you. Fingers crossed. Cheers. So yeah, that is doing very well, and I have to say I'm loving it and enjoying playing it. That's cool, Brad. Excellent. Brad says, one thing I appreciate about the UK, we put important figures in civilization on the money instead of just politicians or civil rights leaders. Absolutely, of course we do. And actually, that's something I would love to see. I would love to see Paul McCartney on the £50 note, because he's got to be our MVP, surely. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Let's have a look. A couple of more comments. There we are. Tall Thin Kev said, been there, done that for 27 years now. Oh man, oh my goodness. Wow. Well, I guess that you're talking about the neurologist thing, and I really hope that you're okay, man. But I'll touch base with you on an email. That is for absolute sure. Definitely, definitely. Right. Looks like, oh, there we go. Brad's seen some really cool Royal Mint issues. Maybe it was in the Isle of Man or something. I think that was in response to Tall Thin Kev having a chat to him about the Royal Mint have done Queen, Elton and Bowie. The coins are now up at least 500%. Wow. And Great Vanzini saying that it's well deserved. Budget Guitar Show's going to get one of those J&D sub £100 guitars when cash allows. So that'll be good to see. Dave says Pink Floyd had some stamps, as did the Beatles. Thank you, Basement Guitar Superstar. I am pretty well, thank you, my friend. At least I hope I am. And thank you for that, Bam Mozzie. As always, an absolutely superb moderator for me. Very, very kindly. Always here and always supporting. And thanks so much for coming back to me on that email today. I'm hoping to get that done for next week, brother. Tony Smith says, Mike, your editing skills seem pretty good watching your midweek postings. Well, thank you very much. That's incredibly kind. Really, really kind of you. Basement Guitar Superstar says, McCartney absolutely should be on the £50 note. Absolutely. And Budget Guitar Show saying John Lydon should be on the £20 note from one Queen to another. Well, maybe Freddie should be on one as well, hey? Love it. So I think I answered that question, Bam, because literally that has just come up as my latest comment. That's how far I am behind the comments, folks. Yes, I did get your email and I've replied. Thank you so much, Phil. Really, really appreciate that. And I'll be taking everybody's well wishes and luck with me tomorrow. And let's keep our fingers crossed. And there we go. Fingers crossed everything will be okay. Last couple of comments before we call it a day today. Tony Smith says, Mike, will you be playing with your band on your channel in the near future? Well, once I get back in the band and things rehearsing here, absolutely. One of my biggest plans is to do a live show from the studio, maybe on a Sunday for you, actually playing live. So let's keep our fingers crossed about that. Oh, thank you, Grumpy Mike. Bless you. Don't forget to check me out on Patreon. That's very, very kind. As is Ian Nunes. Thank you so much. Good health to you as well, my brother. And Blackjack saying good luck as well. I'm sure you'll pass with flying colours. Cheers. Rax Effects wishing me all the best as well. Basement Guitar Superstar's got a question. What was your biggest takeaway from 42 Gear Street last time as far as editing stroke production goes? Well, the great thing about going to Henning's is that he has got absolutely incredible gear. All of his studios, well, both his studios, he had three. He had one that he uses all the time. He converts his lounge into a studio and you alternate between his normal studio and his lounge, which is upstairs. And then he kitted out this amazing studio too, just in a building next door. And he's always got the best quality cameras. And he is what inspires me to try and up the game a little bit and buy decent lighting and decent cameras and most importantly good audio stuff. So I think the one thing I would take away from it, to answer your question, the biggest takeaway would be that it makes it so much easier. And I've found that having the ATEM, because Henning has Blackmagic Design 4K switchers, that automatically as you're going through the video you switch and you record that into a finished article. Now I've done exactly the same with the A10 Mini, and I do 3 camera work and switch it with my feet while I'm doing my videos, and it saves me all of that editing. So that's probably the biggest takeaway that I've got from that. So hopefully that answered your question, my friend. Right, just a final few little comments. I'm sorry if I'm missing anybody, but I'm down at this point now. Fret Hustler's saying fingers crossed. Bam Mozzie saying thank you again, Fret Hustler. All the best for tomorrow. I'll be thinking of you and wishing you all the best, CGS. Thank you again for another great show. Thank you, sir. You're so kind. Tony Smith saying, Mike, good health, man. Hope all goes well for you tomorrow. Thank you very, very much indeed, Tony. Sean says, make sure you study hard for your test. We all can't afford you failing anything. Well, bless you, man. Thank you so much. And Basement Guitar Superstar, wow, I really hope you do have the privilege of going to 42 Gear Street or something like it very soon. Thank you, Trevor, as well. Bless you, brother. Thank you so much, everybody. Tonight, as always, I said it was going to be a short show, and it's gone right the way to the wire as always, because I have so much fun hanging out with you guys, and you're all such great crowd and great to hang out with. So a big thank you to all of you. Thanks so much to everybody that was very, very kind and unexpectedly with the donations to the tip jar. That was incredibly kind. Thank you and bless you. Big love going out to Music Therapy Laz, to Ben and Amanda. Don't forget his live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Obviously, if you haven't checked out my brother the Guitarologist channel, check that out as well. Also, Johnny, the lovely Johnny from the Budget Guitar Show, just starting out and can do with all the love he can get. Yeah, big love to MTL and big love to all the mothers in the USA and in Canada. I'll be back this week with a live, fingers crossed, a live on Tuesday. And I think it's going to be one you're interested in, because we've all been dealing with some issues since Brexit with Thomann, and I'm really hoping, he's promised he will, I should have my brother Benet coming on from Thomann to chat about that issue and hopefully get all of that resolved for you guys. So that's what I've got coming up for you on Tuesday. I've already said I'm hoping to have the £100 budget guitar after setup and with the new strings on it on Friday. And of course, I'll be back this time next week to enjoy more chills and chats with all of you great people. But in the meantime, as always, my friends, you take good care.